Welcome back to Old Folks Racing PS4. Welcome to round 50 of the championship in Monaco with the Formula Renault 3.5. Kev Allen won race 1, that was round 49, followed by a great battle between Diogo Silva and Mike Langley, with Simon Allen fourth and Darren Head completing the top 5. Qualifying for the second race, that's round 50. Would you believe it? We already had 50 races. So Kev Allen again in pole position, an excellent Mike Langley in second, followed by Diogo Silva, Darren Head, and again Simon Allen completing the top 5 with an excellent Scott Davely in 6th place. As we await to see the green light and the start of this amazing second race, and away they go, and Kev Allen has had a very good getaway, so did Mike Langley, but not Diogo Silva. Diogo Silva has had a poor getaway, but everyone seems to go through turn 1 and devote unscathed. That's a huge change from race 1. As we see, we have a crash already, minor crash there. That's in the casino area. That was Frankie. Got some damage in his car, which of course will magically get solved quite quickly, as we are now still on the first lap with full Phil. Oh dear, carnage at Mirabeau. Phil is upside down. He lost it under braking and he was hit by someone else, couldn't figure out who, but Phil is right to the back on this first lap, and it's quite a difficult place to overtake, so we remain quite curious as to how many places can Phil get back. He certainly has got the pace to at least get into the points, but we will wait and see how he will do that, as we still have 14 laps to go. We are at the end of the first lap. We're following Scott Davely, who is in excellent 5th place. He's actually jumped Simon Allen on at the start. That's amazing. Simon again with a poor getaway is stuck in 7th place. He's got quite a lot of work to do. And he only has 14 laps to do it, because Kev Allen is again disappearing into the distance as we follow this battle for 5th place with Scott Davely, Jambo, and Simon Allen, and here comes Simon Allen on Scott Davely. That was a good move into Mirabeau. Scott made a small mistake, and Simon went for it and grabbed 6th place. He's now pursuing. That was not Scott Davely. That was Jambo. I apologize. Jambo made the mistake into Mirabeau. Scott Davely is still in 5th. I think he's on the same livery as Jambo. That's why I was getting confused there, but there's nothing to be confused. Scott Davely is in an excellent 5th place, and he's not in the same livery as Jambo. I must be a few glasses of wine down already, and it's only Monday, so I really should buckle up and improve this commentary. Simon Allen continues to follow in 6th place, as we see Scott Davely getting closer and closer and closer, and I think we're going to see a battle for 5th very, very soon. But what a great job by Scott Davely. He's been really quick and really consistent in this Monaco circuit. He likes this car, and he has had actually quite... Oh dear, Kev Allen has spun out. Unfortunately. Fortunately, this is not real life, otherwise he would be out of the race. He spun off at Massenet, and that allowed Darren Head to go into the lead of the race, and that's quite a change, because Darren, having had a relatively poor race 1, now finds himself in the lead, and that's amazing, as we anticipated. Scott Davely upside down. He couldn't really do the hairpin, and then was hit from behind by Simon Allen. What a bizarre incident we have here at Monaco. Scott continues, of course, only visual damage in this Old Folks Racing PS4. As Darren Head has spun now. Darren Head has spun, and he must be now under pressure from Kev Allen. Kev Allen goes back into the lead. Kev Allen, it was only not even a lap. He was in 2nd place. He recovers the lead at the Tabac corner, just before the swimming pool area on the 3rd lap, and Darren is really battling with that Formula Renault. He's really struggling to keep that car on the track, pointing in the right direction, as he now comes back at Kevin. Now makes a mistake into the last corner and loses yet more time. Darren Head in an excellent 2nd place, but not really challenging for the lead as it stands because he's made a mistake in the last corner and let Kev Allen run away again. Behind this pair we have Mike Langley and Diogo Silva. Diogo qualified fourth. Or third, I think he qualified third, but was jumped at the start by Darren Head. He's in fourth place, thinking about third, thinking about attacking Mike Langley. Diogo, of course, another very consistent driver with all sorts of combos, and here he's had an excellent time in race 1, finishing second behind Kev Allen, which was really the first of the normal drivers because Kev Allen was completely in another postcode in that race. Now he's thinking about attacking Mike Langley, but not really closing in that much. Now through the tunnel, we are already in lap 4, if I'm not mistaken, through the chicane. Very tricky chicane, this one here at Monaco. Very, very tricky braking point as well, because you are descending and there isn't a lot of grip at that particular part of the track, resulting in quite dramatic braking maneuvers. And Mike Langley has made a mistake into the swimming pool. Here comes Diogo Silva. He's got the position. He's got the position. Well done to Diogo. Now puts himself into a podium position as we are ending lap 4 already, to lap 5, the leader. Diogo Silva has captured third place, and now can he go after Darren Head? Would it be possible as Mike Langley comes back at him, but not quite. Mike Langley, these two are in the same livery, they are teammates, and the first rule in motor racing is do not take out your teammate. Here they are in that Rappa, whatever that is, Formula Renault 3.5. Nice little car, very popular with the old folks, very popular in general as well in Project Cars 2. Arguably the nicest sort of like open-wheeler car to drive in this game, as the old folks have been raving about this car and really hoping that someone would pick it up as the weekly combo. Finally they got it, although some of them really didn't expect or want or desire for it to be in Monaco. Still quite a nice car to drive around here. Mike Langley has now lost a bit of touch with Diogo, and he's already feeling the pressure from Simon Allen, who cut the chicane there slightly, but still within track limits. Very unforgiving race director in this game. Will give a penalty to basically anyone that even vaguely disrespects track limits, which here in Monte Carlo is primarily in the chicane, really, because track limits in the other parts of the track, you basically have the barrier to just bounce you back into the track. So really it's the braking point at the chicane that's really challenging, as Diogo Silva found out in race 1, as he was penalized 1 second, which really was tricky to manage, but he managed to keep second place in the end. Mike Langley makes a mistake at Massenet. Where is Simon Allen? Simon must be now very, very close to him, and now maybe can move into Mirabeau. No, because Simon himself has lost time. I was now seeing Simon far away in Mike Langley's mirrors as they continue to go nose to tail. Now Diogo has lost a bit of time there, because Mike is right back at him now here to Portier and into the tunnel. Mike has gotten back, really. They're almost nose to tail in this tunnel section. Now braking for the chicane. Let's see if Mike can make a move here. It's very, very tricky to make a move in the whole circuit, but here more so. Very, very tricky to overtake unless the driver in front makes a mistake, like Mike Langley did a couple of laps ago here at the swimming pool area. But now let's see, Diogo makes a mistake now out of the swimming pool into the Rascasse, and Mike is going after him. Mike is going after him now into the last corner, the Anthony Noakes corner, and now he can try to make a move. DRS is available in this straight. Let's see which driver uses it, as Diogo protects the inside, so not really. Oh dear, they collided. Diogo, I think, locked up. Mike is waiting for him, which is quite a fair gesture there. So well done to Mike for recognizing that maybe he was at fault here, although Diogo himself was locking up. So basically they were trying to both of them really brake late, and Mike ended up braking a little bit too late and just put Diogo into the barrier. at Sundevote, but now they are still, Diogo is still ahead, but of course the biggest winner out of this battle was Simon Allen, who was in 5th place and in one go just puts himself into a podium position, and now maybe going after Darren Head, who is already 7 seconds behind Kev Allen. So that was really a short-lived lead for Darren Head in this race. He didn't even complete one lap in the leads as we follow Stuart Brand. Stuart has had a discreet race. He's sitting in 9th now, so that's a couple of championship points. Scott Davely is recovering. He of course got punted quite violently by Simon Allen at the hairpin. He is in 8th. He was in 5th at the time of the incident, so maybe he can go at least back to 6th. I think that's where he may be able to challenge, and that's Frankie in front of him, followed then by Jambo, and they're not that far from one another. Jambo is 24 seconds. Here they are. As I was mentioning this, here they are, the three of them, and I think we can see a nice battle here shaping up for 6th place. I'm sorry, as now Scott becomes increasingly interested in Frankie's position as they go now into Mirabeau. We are on lap 8. Of course, it's a slightly longer number of laps due to quite a short lap here at Monaco. Not that much in terms of time, but certainly in terms of distance. So the race will be 15 laps as it was in race 2. In race 1, I apologize. Scott is now going after Frankie and starting to put some pressure, although not quite close enough to make a move here at the chicane, but already Frankie is feeling the pressure and is trying himself to put his car in a position that he does not get threatened by Scott, and at the same time maybe he's trying to put some pressure on Jambo as they keep bouncing, yo-yoing between the barrier and the track. Thank God there's no actual damage in Old Fox Racing PS4, otherwise we would have no cars at the end of this race. Scott is getting increasingly frustrated with the lack of overtaking possibilities here at Monte Carlo as they complete another lap. I think that's lap 7 as they go into Saint-Devote. Scott Davely is trying to get away around Frankie, but not quite possible to execute unless of course Frankie makes a mistake. Let's see here at Massenet, it's again another tricky corner. They both bounce from the barrier, so there you go. In some ways Monaco is very tricky and unforgiving, but if you've got no damage it becomes actually quite easy because you just keep bouncing from the barrier into the track. Of course the only big danger is if you get stuck and then are hit from behind, most notably at the hairpin, and we also saw at Mirabeau with Phil on the first lap, and of course at Saint-Devote as well. So that's really the big danger, because then you are into reset button territory and you have to wait until most of the cars go through, so you end up losing a lot of time, which is what happened with Scott a few laps ago. But now this battle is really shaping up, but it's a kind of a Monaco battle where the cars get together, they get into each other's tail. There is a mistake there by Scott, losing grip at the exit of the swimming pool, now recovering a little bit, but really this is a Monaco style battle because no one seems to be able to do anything, because it's just so difficult to overtake over here. Although Frankie now is closer than ever to Jambo. Jambo already starting to feel the pressure. Frankie is doing a good job there in 6th. He wants that position really. He wants that top 5, and really here he comes again. And everyone seems to be bouncing off the Massenet barrier in this group. I guess everyone is very excited, and of course you carry a lot of speed and momentum through through that long, well, sort of like straight. It's not really straight, but it's completely flat out after Saint-Devote. Even if it's going up, you are just gaining momentum, and then you need to calibrate really the braking point for Massenet, which is quite complicated, and you end up just going into the barriers, and unfortunately, because there's no damage, just bouncing off them. But nice battle here for 5th place. Diogo Silva is safe in 4th. As actually Mike Langley, what has happened to him? Mike Langley has actually pitted. We missed that, but he has actually pitted, and we understand this was due to a problem with his wheel, with his equipment that forced him to make a pit stop while he then fortunately managed to fix it. So Mike Langley has a lot of work to do. He's got pace. Mike, of course, he's finished on the podium in race 1, but he is now, well, he's not far behind Scott. He's only 7 seconds. So this battle for 5th is probably going to. Where is Scott? Scott has lost time now. Actually, Scott has lost time. He's lost a few seconds from this battle. So again, Scott must have made some mistake or another, as we have this battle from for 5th place is now just between Jambo and Frankie, as they are already in lap 11, and Frankie is putting pressure but not quite putting the car in the position there. Scott, he's lost a few seconds, he's not completely out of this battle, as Jambo now tries to play hide and seek there at Portier. Ready or not, here I come, says Frankie, and he himself now crashes into the tunnel and continues in pursuit of Jambo. So really these two are trying hard and making some mistakes in the process, which is really all part of the learning curve here at Monte Carlo. But here is Frankie again losing time after losing it at Tabac. Of course, no such problems for our race leader. Here we are on board with Kev Allen on lap 12. He is going to do a full sweep here at Monte Carlo, 50 points in 2 races. And how much longer do we need to wait for him to be crowned champion, I wonder? I don't really know how many rounds we have left, but apparently we have only a few rounds to go, and Simon Allen in 3rd will be, if my math is correct, which it often isn't, is going to be 80 points behind Kev. That's basically more than 3 races, and I think we still have 2 more, well, at least 4 more rounds, two rounds of 2 races, as it were. And someone has gone into that's, I think, Todd Antonio, just letting Simon Allen through. That was nice. Simon, of course, continues to be in pursuit of Darren Head, but as I was saying, and here comes Jambo again, now playing hide and seek, and Frankie has had none of it and has gone through. There you go. Scott Davely is back in it too. So this battle continues to be the main attraction point here at Monte Carlo, besides all the flashy millionaires and the flashy cars and the girls, of course. But besides that, on the actual track, we've got a nice battle for 5th, and Frankie has got Jambo. Jambo now is becoming increasingly worried about Scott Davely, a recovering Scott Davely after that incident a few laps ago. Frankie in a nice top 5 if he manages to keep this position. He's got 3 more laps to go. But as I was saying, this race with Simon Allen finishing 3rd is 80 points. That's almost three victories away from Kev. A little bit more than 3 victories. We still will have more than 4 rounds to go, but I think it's probably in the next weekend of racing, the next Friday night with 2 more races, I think we'll have a new champion, Kev Allen, finally being crowned. That would be, of course, the combination of an excellent year. He's won. And here comes Scott Davely again on Jambo. Scott Davely is in 6th place. That was a nice job there. Jambo is moving backwards in this race. He's probably not too happy about it, but it's really, really slippery after a few laps. These last laps are just very, very complicated to get the grip, as Jambo again seems to have a problem there at Portier, because he after the hairpin, I don't know what's the name of that corner. Portier is then the corner before the tunnel, but that corner, like the no-name corner, Jambo seems to have a real problem with it, as he continues to drop down the order, and now facing Mike Langley, who's got new tires and more pace. So I don't think this is going to be a battle for long. It's just going to be a matter for Mike to choose the right overtaking spot, as Jambo is now struggling for grip. That from the Renault. Mike there running a bit wide after the swimming pool. Can you make a move now with DRS on the main straight? Let's see if he can. Let's follow on board with Mike Langley. no longer on board with Mike Langley, but let's see, can he do it, can he do it, can he do it? He's trying to go on the outside, not quite. But he's closing on Jambo as we are now approaching the last couple of laps of this race, and we have a nice battle for 7th place. Mike Langley had to pit with the problem with his equipment, and he's now coming back at Jambo. Now maybe a move here at Mirabeau. Can Jambo defend? He can certainly defend. As they now, whoa, look at that, so much more grip. Mike Langley, can he now do a move into the hairpin? It's not the usual overtaking spot, but you never know. Oh, he's pushed Jambo into a mistake. Jambo made a mistake into the hairpin, and Mike now gets 7th place. He's got new tires and a lot of talent. Can he go after Scott Davely? He is just 4 seconds behind, and we are already on the last lap of this race. I think that Mike is still in lap 14. I think it's Kev Allen that has started lap 15. So Mike has one more full lap and a bit to try to reduce that gap to Scott Davely. As this is probably the last battle that's going on at the track, because everyone else is more or less in position. Simon Allen is actually much closer to Darren Head, but 3 seconds and 1 lap. I don't think that's going to work. He's closing in, but overtaking is another complete story. It's completely another story. Sorry, as Mike Langley really trying a bit too hard here in the last lap. He is going after Scott, but I think Scott probably has this under control. Of course, Mr. Coolhead, Scott Davely, he's does not crack under pressure. He's probably your dream teammate for endurance racing, and here comes Kev Allen. Kev Allen takes the win. Kev Allen takes the win. Yet another win. He's 14th of the season, I believe, or 15th. I can't really remember, but incredible result for Kev Allen here. Darren had nice 2nd place. It's not easy to get the 2nd place here at Monaco, and he has done it. Darren had 2nd, and Simon Allen in 3rd. That was a nice recovery drive from 7th at the start. Diogo Silva is going to take 4th. He's around 10 seconds behind this group. That's another solid result for Diogo, following the 2nd place in race 1. Who's going to be 5th? That's going to be Frankie. That's a nice result for Frankie. It's not his best ever result, but nevertheless a very, very solid 5th place for him here at Monte Carlo in race 2. Here he gets to take the checkered flag. 6th is going to be Scott Davely, and has he managed to defend from Mike Langley? Yes, he has. Yes, he has one more lap, and that would have been tricky, but Mike Langley, excellent last lap. I'm not sure if he made the fastest lap. He didn't, but confirmation of the result there. Kev Allen, Darren Head, and Simon Allen, your podium finishers here at race 2 in Monte Carlo. Let's look at the point standings. Kev Allen is obviously going to be in the lead of the championship, and I think that Simon Allen is going to be 80 points. There you go, exactly 80 points between the top two. Diogo Silva still in 5th, also benefiting from Andy Boot and Bramble not racing today. Jambo is in 6th place. What a race this was. Join us next week for more action in Old Folks Racing PS4.